into our faith community and to all of those watching by all of the different avenues of our social media outlets. Um, I'm so honored and humbled that you took time out of your day to spend a few moments with me in our Tuesday night inspirations. No matter what city you're in, no matter what state, no matter what country, I consider it a blessing for you to allow me to come into your home and to give you just a little information and a little revelation, God's inspiration to help strengthen and encourage you, empower and enhance you to make it to another day. As I've said so many times over and over again in these last several weeks and months, there's so much going on in our world as we try to make sense of and try to press our way through with the pandemic and continuously praying for all of those who may be under the weather, those that may be ill, those that have lost loved ones, those that have been sick and recovered, those that are in the hospital. We're sending God's healing power there, His mercy there, and His grace there, and asking God to favor. For all of those that are facing some very dark and desmelic times as it relates to their finances, as we go through this economical downfall, I'm sending God's favor your way. For those that are concerned about their careers, for those that have bills and no money, for those who have lost their jobs, for those that have been furloughed, for those whose salaries and things have had to go through veritable modifications, cutbacks. I'm sending God's grace and God's mercy your way. For those who are now a part of the protest, for those that have been marching, for those that have been speaking, for those whose voices, for those of you all who are crying out, and in the midst of this outcry and this outrage that we have here in America, we are in an hour of what I call a perfect storm, and I just believe that God in His sovereign will has taken this moment, this hour, this season, and I believe that He's taken it to make sure that we can pull the covers back on injustice, that He's revealing all of the systematic injustices in our world, that we are now able to see, and the world is able to have a front seat view, a VIP seating to what we as African Americans, and especially African American males, what we've had to encounter, engage, and endure all our lives. And so, in the midst of having so much bad news, sad news, sorrowful news, sobering news to conversate about, there is some hope, because um, even though and um, also a lot of love, a lot of kindness, a lot of great humanity on display. So many people are coming together, regardless of their ethnicities, regardless of the diversities in their backgrounds, black and white, red, green, yellow. Everybody's coming together like a quilt of many colors, and we're coming together. And in the midst of hate, you see now that there's been a great blend of love, a great blend of unity. People are speaking out with us. People are speaking out on behalf of us, and so there is hope. We just have to sit back and let God be God. We need to pray. I think it's important to protest. I think it's important that our voices are heard, because it's through our voices that we get our victory. The Bible says the power of life and death lies in the tongue. And so we're going to have to speak life. We're going to have to keep speaking life. And we can't always sit back and wait on the change. Sometimes we have to be the change. And so I want to just say to you, be encouraged, because I really believe that the sun is getting ready to shine. And I believe that we're going to make it to the morning after the night, because weeping endures for a night, joy comes in the morning. Before I continue tonight to our lesson, I want to give a shout out to Pastor Wanda and to the Victory Church. And I was interviewed by Pastor Wanda on this weekend, and I consider it to be an honor. And I was humbled by the invite and for the opportunity to expound, express, and speculate on my views of being a father, and what fatherhood means, and what fathers should be, and where the father's mind and heart should be in this hour. and the importance, the narrative of our interview dealt with the importance of the voice of a father. And I thank her for granting me that platform to be able to share what I thought was some really powerful and spiritual nuggets and revelations that the Lord had laid upon my heart. I have been bamboozled with, I've been overwhelmed with all of the texts, all the emails, all the phone calls. So many people were blessed. So many people were empowered. Ministers was trying to get nugget notes and different things. And I'm willing to share all of that. If you reach me, I'll get that to you. It's no problem. And but I want to thank you for the warm reception. Thank you for the applause. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for the kindness that was shown, not just by Pastor Wanda, but by all of the listeners and all of those that engaged in our conversation. And I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, wherever you are and whoever you are. And again, as I said on the other day, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. A lot of times, fathers and a lot of times we beat our men down so much, and they think that because they've made mistakes that they can't get up and be a part of a miracle. But I just want to encourage some father. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful, and you don't have to be perfect to be present. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You don't have to be perfect to be present. You don't have to be perfect to be purposeful in their lives. No, you just got to be a father. Fathers protect, fathers provide, fathers point the way, fathers instill, fathers impart. That's what fathers do. Fathers are proverbial, and fathers should be a symbol of strength in that child's life. So stay encouraged to all my brothers out there. And, you may not can do big things in a great way, but you can do even little things great. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what it is you're doing, what it is you're going after. Your voice represents victory in your child's life. Your voice represents value in your child's life. And oftentimes your voice represents the validation that is missing in your child's life. So every time you're speaking validation, you're speaking value, and ultimately you're speaking victory. So be encouraged, my brothers, and I'm praying for you. Amen. My sisters and brothers, tonight, I guess you've noticed I've taken one of my eagles down and put them on my desk. And it's because Wings of Faith, my church family, my congregation whom I love, our audience has surpassed the walls of our church. And so because of the thousands upon thousands that once we add up all our numbers every week from the 5 or 6 venues by which people listen and the different cities and states and continents that are viewing in, a lot of people have asked and sent word, Bishop, can you explain the eagle? We noticed that in your office you have eagles everywhere. And really you can't even see them all. I have pictures of eagles. I have them through my home, have them upstairs, downstairs, have them at my church. I've always had eagles. I probably have messed them up over the years, and it's really time for me to re-up and get a whole new stable to add with this. So hint, if anybody want to send me some eagles, buy eagles. It doesn't matter the size, doesn't matter the cost. I will find somewhere to put it in my home, and I love them. So people want to know, Bishop, can you tell me about this eagle? And so I started getting requests from day one, from the first Bible study, and that has been, will you please tell us about the eagle? Will you please talk about the eagle? So I'm going to take tonight, and I'm going to share with you why I love the eagle so much, and what the eagle symbolizes, and just understanding the characteristics of the eagle. And Isaiah 40 and 31 is actually my church's foundational scripture. It is the scripture by which I founded Wings of Faith on. And that scripture says in Isaiah 40 and 31, it says, but those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount upon wings of eagles. Of course, you know how it ends. It says, they shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Wait, I say, upon the Lord. Now watch this. For tonight, for time's sake, I'm going to come back maybe Sunday or next Sunday, and I'm going to teach that verse. I'm going to probably start around verse 29, verse 28, somewhere in there. And I'm going to teach that verse to make sure you have a great understanding of what verse 31 really means. Tonight, I want to extract the symbolization to come and through contrast and comparison, I want to extract the eagle out of the text. So I want to exegete that. I want to take the eagle off the page, and I want to explain to you some things about the eagle. And and as I talk, I want you to see if there's sections in your life that mirror the eagle or that remind you of you as I talk about the eagle, because I am an advocate that every child of God ought to be like the eagle. There's two animals that I can lay out an argument for, and that is the eagle and the lion. One is the king of the air, and one is the king of the land, jungle. So tonight the spotlight goes on my all-time favorite, which is the eagle. And I'm going to share some things. I'm going to drop some revelation with you. If you want to take some notes, this might be a good time to grab your pen, text some friends, whoever, pastors, leaders, preachers, prophets, prophetess, evangelists. It doesn't matter. I think you're going to be blessed by. I'll get you in and get you out. And it's going to be inspirational and it's going to be motivational. So here we go. I want everybody to just say wherever you are, I just want you to say this to yourself. Just say, I was born to fly. I was born to fly. Say it again. I was born to fly. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. I was born to fly. All right. So I'm going to give you, so you know how I'm going to break it down. I'm going to kind of give you like the DNA of the eagle, kind of flow into the characteristics of the eagle. And then I'm going to give you about, I think I made a note of about I think around maybe 7 or 8 or 9 different stages that I extracted from the eagle. And this is just my own, this is just Draper Smith theology. This is what I pulled, I extracted, that I made speculated from the position of where I'm postured in the text. All right, so here it is. Let's go. Let's have some fun. I was born to fly. I was born to fly. Somebody might just say, I just want to fly. All I want to do is fly. I was born to fly. All right, here it is. One of the first things I'm going to tell you about an eagle is that the average eagle weighs from 15 to 35 pounds. The average eagle only weighs somewhere between 15 and 35 pounds. And so most of them that you'll see, they're probably between 25 and 30 pounds, most of the ones that you've seen. Now, there have been some eagles that have weighed up to 40 or 50 pounds, but an average eagle weighs somewhere in that 30-pound mark, 25 to 35 pounds. All right? Another interesting thing about an eagle is that the eagle's wingspan can stretch anywhere between 72 inches to 90 inches. All right? So when he spreads his wings like this, his wingspan can stretch anywhere from 70 to 90 inches. All right? It is massive when you see him in person. It is breathtaking. Yeah. The other interesting thing about the eagle is that you ever heard the term bald eagle? Yeah. And how, of course, that's one of our emblems. Believe it or not, he's called the bald eagle, but the eagle's not bald. All right, that's just a term they use. So when they say bald eagle, they're calling him bald eagle, but the bald eagle that they pictured in the picture, he's not bald. All right? Okay. All right, another very interesting point about the eagle is that the eagle is the only bird. See, now you're going to know when I hit certain points, you're going to see what's exciting, what excites and excites me. And I'm going to tell you different places where my personality blends and where my mindset is as it relates to the eagle. So here's another one. The eagle is the only bird in the sky that can fly 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 feet. He can fly 10, 11, 12, 13,000 feet just like the sparrow can fly at 1,000 feet. Isn't that amazing? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's put it on pause. Let's put it on pause. I feel the preach wind coming. I'm going to try to stay calm. Because when I hear that, when I study that, when I digest that, when I discover that, that says something to my spirit and my soul. You know what that says to me? That says to me that every child of God, or that if you're going to be successful, let's deal with this season. If you're going to be successful in this season, successful in the next season, if you're going to be a success story, you're going to have to become comfortable in high places and uncomfortable in low places. Come on, lean in, lean in. You have to become comfortable being in high places, doing great things, and become uncomfortable in low places. Do you understand? Also, know this. If the eagle loves to fly at 10,000 square feet, at 10,000 feet, 5,000 feet. So think about this. He spends most of his day, he spends an average day between 4,000 and 5,000 feet. But if need be, he can shift and hit 9,000, 10,000, 12,000 feet. Okay? Which means that if the eagle is the only bird that can fly 10,000 feet, that also means that he's the only bird that has that view. Come on, somebody. Listen. That means that if he's flying at 10,000 and the other birds are flying at 3,000, that means that the eagle's view is different than those flying at 3,000, which means that if I got a 10,000 feet view and you got a 3,000 feet view, our conversations ain't going to be the same. Come on, lean in. It's not going to be the same. Because what you looking up at, I'm looking down at. Come on now. See, y'all ain't ready. Come on, lean in. And see, when you look, you're looking at things that obstruct your vision. If I'm at 10,000 feet, it's nothing to obstruct my vision. It's nothing. And it comes a time in the life of a child of God that you got to be able to elevate your faith to a place that the trees of distraction can't block what you're seeing. Are you hearing me right here? All right? You got to get comfortable saying, I like high ground. And once you start really liking high ground, low ground begins to irritate you. People that are low-minded will irritate you. People with low conversations will irritate you. People with low expectations will irritate you. So know this, when you get to that 10,000 mark, your view changes, your surroundings changes, and what makes you happy and what makes you satisfied will also change as well. Y'all got it? All right, good. Say it with me. I was born to fly. Watch this. The eagle, when he's cruising on an average day, when he's just cruising, he cruises at 35 miles an hour. When he's cruising, he's at 35 miles an hour. When he's seeking a prey, he can fly up to, you ready for this? 100 miles an hour. He cruises at 35. He cruises at 35. He soars at 100. Okay, lean in. That means that if his average day he's going 35 miles an hour, but yet he can soar at 100, okay? That means that there's 65 miles an hour worth of strength built up in him that he can shift to at any given time. Okay, lean in. What I'm trying to tell you, you ready for this? You are more than they know. You are more than they know you are. You are more than they see you are. You can do more than you've done. You can go higher than you've gone. A lot of people have underestimated somebody watching me because they caught you at 35. And they thought because you was at 35, that's all you had. Can I get a witness up here? But God told me to tell you, you have been anointed. There's some more power in you. There's some more speed in you. There's some more gifts in you. There's some more favor in you. There's another level of spiritual energy and synergy that can permeate in you. All it takes is for you to get focused. And the more focused you are, the more power you have, and the more forceful you become, regardless of the wind current that's facing you. You got it? All right. Now, watch this. Stay with me. So he can go from 35 miles an hour to 100 miles. But the eagle is the only bird God ever made that can go from 35 miles to 100, from 35 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour, at 1,000 feet, drop to 500 feet, see a fish under the water, and drop down and hit 120, 130, miles an hour, hit the fish in the water, and come back up and never lose stride. He never lose stride. I'm telling, listen now, listen. I ain't got all these birds in here just to have them in here. No, I studied. No, I listen. It's lessons in this eagle. It's lessons because the lesson is, no matter what is in front of you, no matter what life throw at you, once you get in your gear, once you get in your groove, once you get in your stride, let nothing throw your stride off. Let nothing throw your rhythm off. Let nothing throw your pursuit off. Are you following me through here? You got it? Got it. All right. Lean in. The eagle, I don't know if y'all can handle this one. The eagle is the only bird God ever made that is as powerful by himself as he would be in a group. Okay, all right, y'all missed it. The eagle is the only bird that God ever made that is as powerful by himself as he would be if he was in a group. Because the eagle is the one bird that God gave a peace with being alone. Okay, all right, I'm finna lose y'all, and me and these eagles finna take up out of here. There's a lot of people that just gotta have people all the time. They gotta have somebody with them all the time. They can't be great by themselves. Haven't you met people that they can talk? You know, they talk big talk when it's 15, 20 people with them. Then you get them by themselves, they won't say a mumbling word. You know why? They ain't no eagle. They ain't no eagle. They might be a sparrow, they might be a crow, but they ain't no eagle. Because an eagle is, when he's by himself, the same way he is when he's with a group, and he is in a group the same way he is when he's by himself. When the anointing of God is on your life, and when faith has made you bold, you are who you are no matter what. I can walk in with 100 choir members, I can walk in with 40 deacons, I can walk in with my partners from the street, or I can walk in by myself. I'm Draper Smith, midnight, morning, noonday, evening. I am who I am all the time. As a child of God, you got to get this eagle mindset that you are who you are, even if you are by yourself. You get it? You got it? Because you got to understand something. The eagle is the one bird. Y'all ready? See, y'all ain't ready for me tonight. I feel it in my spirit. The eagle is the one bird. Guess what? You ready? He's the one bird that is comfortable being outnumbered. Lean in. If he's flying this way and a pack of birds is coming toward him, he don't move. Do y'all not know this? He don't have to move. They know who he is. They see him coming. Come on, something. Lean in. When the hand of God is on your life, you ain't got to step aside. You ain't got to fall down. You ain't got to shake and tremble. When the hand of God is on your life and the enemy is coming at you, you just keep your flight pattern. You keep your flight pattern. God is in you. God is with you. God is on you. You keep your flight pattern. Stop allowing people to get you out of your lane and out of your pattern. You got it? Now watch this. The eagle is the only bird that is as powerful by himself. He is the only bird that God gave a peace to be alone. But, watch this. When he does fly in groups, it's called a kettle. A kettle, just like a teapot kettle. When he flies in a group, it's called a kettle. That kettle, most time, will have 2 eagles, maybe 4 eagles, maybe 6 eagles. I think the biggest kettle I ever seen in a movie or whatever it was, something I was studying, it may have been 10 eagles. Okay, hear me now. The eagles, when they fly in a kettle, whatever eagle starts off, that alpha eagle, when he start off, he in front, right? Then you got 2 right behind him. You got them, they in lines. They look like an airplane almost. Some of y'all have seen them. There's almost like a V shape. He's in the front. But this is what people don't know about the eagle. When the lead dog, lean in. When the lead eagle get tired, you know what he do? When he gets tired, He starts flapping his wings and he soars. When he soars, the eagle next to him, either on the left or the right, moves in his spot. He shifts and moves in that spot. Because the eagle is the only bird that refuses to fly with any other bird except another eagle. Lean in, lean in. See, listen. See, some of y'all are eagles flying with chickens. Eagles flying with crows. So when you get tired, you ain't got no help. You ain't got no help. But when eagles fly with eagles, guess what? I'm out front today, but you can be out front tomorrow. I got you this week. You got me next week. Man, y'all finna make me run up out of here. You got to have people in your circle. You pay, then they pay. You cover, then they cover. You strengthen, then they strengthen. You pray, then they pray. You see what I'm saying? And when you're tired, you don't have to worry about it. Because guess what? When that eagle goes in rotation and that lead eagle drops back, guess what the first eagle don't have to do? He doesn't have to tell the second eagle where they going. Yeah, oh, man, give me, you know what? I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Y'all ain't ready for me tonight. Listen, a lot of times on the journey, we find ourselves spiritually dehydrated and mentally depleted because we got to keep stopping, trying to explain to our family and friends what our vision is. We lose so much energy trying to tell people why we trying to be great, why we want this, why we going over there. Because everybody got a question. Well, why you got to do this? Well, why you got to do that? Well, why you got to buy that? Well, why you got to want... Listen, that's too exhausting. Just get around some people that want to be awesome too. Get around some people that want to be great too. Get around some people that want something too. And you'll never be tired. Because some days you're going to start this conversation. Some days they're going to start the conversation. And y'all just do what? Rotate. Rotate. All right, here's a rhetorical question. Listen. Here's a rhetorical question. A rhetorical question meaning a question I'm going to ask you that I don't really need you to answer. I just want you to ponder it upon the platforms of your mind. You ready? Here is something to intrigue your intellect. Here's a question. You ain't got to answer it. Just think about it. In your circle, when you get tired, rotate. Who do you have, rotate, that can step in? Rotate. Come on, put that word down. Say rotate. Listen, I'm finna challenge y'all. Y'all better get y'all some people around you. You better get connected to somebody that when you can't do it, they can do it. When you can't stand, they can stand. When you about to turn loose, they can hold on. You see what I'm saying? Woo. Y'all gonna get in trouble tonight with this eagle. I'm trying to tell you. All right. So you got to get that kettle. Make a note of that. Somebody ought to just text our webpage and just say, I'm working on my kettle. You got to work on that circle. You got to work on that circle. Listen, we midway through 2020. Okay, you got to get somebody praying for you. You got to get somebody with you, somebody pushing you. And when they see you too tired, they can tap you and say, I got you. I'll go. Come on, somebody. Woo. And y'all got to be going. Have y'all ever gone out of town vacation? I love vacation. I've been, a lot of people are upset because they've had to shelter at home. I'm not upset about that because I spend 90% of my time at home anyway. Normally, if I'm not at church, I'm at home. So here it is. But I have missed this. I have certain vacations I take every year, and I've truly missed not being able to take a couple of my vacations, and I have a couple of vacations I take with close friends. If I'm driving and I start out, or if one of them start out, okay? If somebody say I'm tired, or somebody pull over, we pull over to the gas station, whatever, we get out, we stretch, say you good, you ready for a break? When we take over, the next person take over. When we get back in the car, we don't have to say, where we going? Y'all ain't ready. Because everybody in the car packed to go to the same place. Come on now. Y'all got to get y'all some friends and some people around you that are packed and ready to go to the same place you trying to go. You got it? All right, here we go. Let's see what else I got. Woo, I'm enjoying this. I don't know if y'all enjoying it tonight, but I'm enjoying this. All right. A fully grown eagle, believe it or not, and I love this eagle here. I've got so many. I'm trying to see. I didn't even look to see. I think the church gave me this. I think this is the last big one I got. I think the church gave me this. This is 2016, 17. I can't see. Y'all know I can't see. But yeah, the church gave me this. So, but I love this one. I love all of them. But this one right here allows me to show you some details. So you see all these feathers, these brown feathers? Most people don't know it, that a full-grown eagle, I made a note of it, can have up to, you ready for this? 7,000 feathers. 7,000. Because when God made the eagle, he covered him so that chilly winds wouldn't disturb him. He covered him so that wind factors that would make another bird land would give him power to take flight. Can you imagine what happens when a wind, listen, I'm getting excited, let me calm down. Can you imagine when 50 miles wind blowing hit a sparrow, hit a red bird, hit a jaybird? No. But can you imagine 50 miles of wind, 75-mile-an-hour wind, hit an eagle, and he messed around and opened up his wings, and he got 7,000 feathers shifting at one time? The wind don't blow him down. Y'all slow. Y'all ain't got to the end yet. 7,000 wings means when the wind hit his wingspan, it can't blow him down. It can only blow him up. Woo! Oh, man, come on now. That's when you know God doing something. Oh, man. Man. That's when you know God doing something awesome in your life. When the windstorms don't take you down, it take you up. When the windstorms that knock other people back press you forward. When the windstorms that make other people ground and land causes you to lift and shift. Let me put it again. When the winds of life can make other people land, but makes you, one, lift and then shift. That's when you know God doing something special in your life. That's your feathers. See, the eagle looks up and tells God, thank you for my feathers, because my feathers lift me and shift me. I ain't got feathers, but I can tell him, thank you for my faith. Thank you for my prayer life. Thank you for my praise. Thank you for my word. Thank you for my anointing, because all of those things is part of my feathers. And when the wind of life hit that, that's my shift and that's my lift. I want to say night-night, but I ain't even halfway through. I got to hurry up. All right, here we go. Woo. All right. What else can I tell you? The average female eagle hatches 1 to 3 eggs at a time. The average eagle will birth 1 to 3 eaglets at a time. Wait a minute. She births 1 to 3 eaglets at a time. But after she births, they go through what is called incubation period, which is the period by which she rests on the eaglet in order for the eaglet to stay warm and grow so that it can burst through the shell. When God made the eagle, lean in. Hey, daddy, hey, fathers, when God made the eagle, guess what he did? He told the mama eaglet to birth it. But after she births it, guess what? The male eagle has to go in rotation with the female eagle. Lean in. Because real eagles don't leave their children. Come on now. Real eagles share in the responsibility of that eagle because they brought it together. You got it? So they make sure that it get raised together. Y'all ain't ready. Mama eagle sit there a while. Daddy eagle sit there a while. Mama eagle warm it a while. Daddy eagle warm it a while. Mama eagle protected a while. Daddy eagle protected a while. Y'all got it? That's what happens when you got an eagle in your life. When you got an eagle in your life, you cover, they cover. You there, they there. Y'all with me? Let me pump you. Come on. Just give me a fist pump. Bow. There you go. And I said something the other day when I was doing my father's interview. Let me say this right here. Somebody said, well, how can you do that? Easy. When you look at your children as a blessing and not a burden. When they're your blessing, rotation ain't a problem. When they're your burden, you come up with all these other excuses. I got to go here. I got to do this. Well, you didn't have to go there and do this, you know. All right. When they're a blessing and not a burden, you don't mind the rotation of the responsibility and the accountability of making sure they're good. You with me? All right. All right, here we go. Stay with me. Stay with me. Y'all want to know about this eagle? I'm trying to tell you something. The eagle is known for his eyesight. He's known for his eyesight. I'm going to give you three things. He's known for his sight. Make a note of that. He's known for his strength. Make a note of that. And he's known for his swiftness. Make a note of that. He's known for his sight, his strength, and his swiftness. Okay? His sight, his strength, and his swiftness. The eagle, you ever heard people call prophets or prophetess, if they really, really, really good, you hear them say, well, if you know anything about the Kojic church or the Pentecost church, they have a term that they give what is considered a master prophet. They say, oh, that's eagle eye. I remember I did a big conference. I was the only Baptist boy there at the time. And I did a big Pentecost conference. And it was called the Eagle Eye Conference. And the Eagle Eye Conference, they had these prophets from different places. And they could just call out. They could just say, hey, such, stay on such street, such. And that was just their gifting. So they called them eagle eye. An eagle eye simply means that you have the ability to see further than those around you. It is the precision of your vision. The eagle is known to have the best sight of any bird. All right? Watch this. One of the things that makes the eagle so awesome is that the eagle can see as good at night as he can in daytime, which is why I like the lion, because the lion can see as good at night as he can in daytime. Here we go. So the eagle can see as good at night as most animals can in daytime. But there's something else the eagle can do that other birds can't do. It's the only bird that can fly directly in the eye of the sun and not blink. Top Drake this. Say what now? The eagle can be flying. The sun is directly in his face, and he ain't going to change his pattern. He's not going to change his pattern. Why? Because when God created the eagle, he created the eagle to be restored by sunlight and not reflected by it. So when the eagle see the sun shining bright, he said, come on, God. Because the heat of the sun and the rays of the sun is the only element on earth that gives the eagle energy outside of his diet. Y'all with me? As a child of God, you got to stay close to the sun. As a child of God, you got to stay in the light. Because if you stay in the light of the Lord, it renews you. It replenishes you. It restores you. It is to your spirit man what food is to your physical man. Y'all got it? All right. All right. Tell somebody, stay in the light. Stay in the light. Stay in the light. All right. So he's known for his sight. He's also known for his swiftness because the eagle can dive upon a second. He can be headed 80 miles an hour, see a fish jumping up out the water and shift down, make a dive, go from 80 to 100, 100 to 125 or higher. All right? The eagle is known for his swiftness. As a child of God, watch this, the eagle can turn right as quick as he can turn left. He can go north as quick as he can go south. He can go up as quick as he can go down. Y'all missed me. He could go left as quick as he can go right. He can go up as quick as he can go down. He can go north as quick as he can go south. Y'all missed me. He can turn north as quick as he can turn south. He can go up as fast as he can go down. You got me? He can turn to the left as fast as he can turn to the right. Y'all miss me. He can go to the mountaintop just like that. And then all of a sudden turn around, boom, and be headed to the sea. Y'all miss me. Bishop, what you trying to tell me? Bishop, what are you trying to tell me? Bishop, what are you trying to tell me? I'm trying to tell you that the eagle is the only bird that specializes in a power move. Come on, somebody. An eagle doesn't need hours and days to make a move. No, once he realizes it's time for a move, he makes a move. And that's how it is when your faith gets to that level that God begins breathing on you while other people are pondering and wondering. You up and gone. It's a power move. It's a power move. Somebody ought to just text that. Power move. Power moves can be made swiftly because you know before you move where you're moving to. Come on. Come on. Y'all got it? Got it? Come on. Stay with me here. Come and stay with me here. Do I have time? I done got excited. Oh my God. Okay, let me hurry up. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So, and an eagle is known for its strength. Now, I want to say something. The average eagle is between 25 and 35 pounds, right? Most eagles are around 30 pounds. Heaviest eagle might be 50, 40. But the average eagle you're going to see is about 35 pounds. 35 pounds. The eagle is the one bird that God made. He's the one bird that God made. That when his adrenaline, that when all of his adrenaline is up, he can weigh 30 pounds and pick up something that weighs 90 pounds. He can weigh 30, listen to me now. He can weigh 30 pounds, pick up something that weighs 90 pounds. Not only that, you can take an eagle that weighs 25 pounds, he can get in a fight with another animal that weighs 75 pounds and win. Because why? Because when God made the eagle, he's more powerful in warfare than he is in peacetime. Good gracious alive. Y'all, come on, y'all. Y'all, come on. Somebody ought to be screaming in their house. Because somebody, I just told you something about you didn't know. You are more powerful in warfare than you are when things are going well. You are more powerful when you push than you are when they, listen. Old folks back in the day, you said, leave me alone now, leave me alone. Leave me alone now, leave me alone. Some of y'all need to tell some of y'all enemies, leave me alone now, leave me alone. Because see, they think that you smiling and praising God, they think you're a pushover. No, when God made the eagle, you'll never know how strong the eagle is until you push him, until you fight him, until you attack him. Y'all got it? Yeah. I hear you. Let's say it together. Leave me alone now. Leave me alone. All right. Let's do this right here and see if I have time to go through the stages. When an eagle builds his nest, the eagle always builds his nest on the side of cliffs or on high mountains. On the side of cliffs, on mountains, or in the highest or tallest tree he can find. You'll never find an eagle's nest on the ground. You'll never find it on a low roof. You'll never find it within reaching range. The eagle's nest is always at the highest point. All right? Just so you know. When he builds his nest, all right, the eagle's nest is always anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 feet deep. He builds his nest. The average eagle's nest is about 3 feet deep. It's about 3 feet deep. You got it? All right. So the average nest is about 3 feet deep. And the average nest is anywhere between 5 to 10 feet wide. 3 feet deep. Okay? About maybe 5 feet wide, sometimes 5, 6, 7, 8 feet long. Okay, think about what I just said. His nest is 3 feet deep. Sometimes it's 5 feet, 3 to 5 feet, 5 feet wide. Sometimes it's 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet long. Okay, lean in. When the eagle builds his nest, the eagle, singular, when he builds his nest with 3 times the room he needs. Because the eagle always builds for the future and not for the day. Y'all got it? He builds for the future and not just for the day. He builds with the mindset that things will be added. He always builds with the mindset that things will be added. The eagle is the only bird that builds his nest to accommodate more than he has right now. More than what's necessary. You got it? All right. Remember this, and then I'm going to go through this stage real fast. When he builds his nest, normally he builds his nest with briars. He builds them with sticks. He builds his nest with grass. He builds it with hay. He builds it with feathers. And he builds it with fur. You got it? So fur, feathers, grass, straw, limbs, sticks, briars, hay. Normally that's what's in the eagle's nest. All right? So once he do the sticks, on outer perimeter he does, on the outer perimeter he does the briars. On the inner perimeter he does the sticks. Then he does the limbs. Then he does the straw. Then he does the grass. Then he does the fur, the hay. Then he does the fur. All right? That's a comfortable nest if you ever see it how it is. All right? I want you to think about that. All right, here it is. Okay. So I got to run these for you. These are the stages I want you to have. These are the stages I'm going to give you. I got enough time, I think. I think I can do this in about 10 minutes. All right, should that be good? All right, here we go. So here's the stages, because it's 8 o'clock right now. So here it is. Stage 1 I want to give you. It's called demonstration stage. Make a note of that. Demonstration stage. The demonstration stage of an eagle is when the eagle hovers. It is when the eagle hovers. When the eaglets are in the nest, all right? This is before they fly, before they know they can fly, before they even try to fly. A day will come when the eagle, the parent eagle, will come to the nest. He comes, he brings the food. He comes, he brings the worm. He's feeding the eaglets. When he realizes that the eaglets have gotten too comfortable in the nest, he'll come over the nest, looking like he's getting ready to land, pulls his talons, which is his claws, all right? Pulls his talons up, screams as loud as he can with this hook nose, this beacon right here. He lets out a scream with his claws, and he stops in midair, and he's flapping his wings as fast as he can, as hard as he can, but guess what? He ain't going nowhere. Think about what I just said. The eagle has the ability to move his wings and stay in place at the same time. They call it, it says he's hovering. He hovers over the nest. Now, sometimes he hovers over the nest so that the enemies up in the rocks and that's flying by knows that the eaglet's got somebody. Don't come at mine, because I'm coming at you. I would go there, but I'm going to leave it alone. Okay? I'm going to leave it alone. That eagle says, hey, sometimes I got to pull my talons out. Sometimes I got to pull my squeal out. Sometimes I got to flex my muscles, and I ain't moving nowhere. I just want you to know, don't come at mine, because I have to come at you. All right? But then there's times when he hovers over the eaglets, and he ain't hovering over to send a message to the enemy. He's hovering over the eaglets to send a message to the eaglets. The eaglets are now afraid. They scared because they ain't never seen, watch this, they ain't never seen this side of Daddy. I'm about to get up out of here. They ain't never seen Daddy hover like this over them, and ain't nobody trying to bother them. Daddy, what's wrong with you? But guess what? Daddy is not sending a message to any other prey, any other predator. Daddy is getting ready to teach the eaglet something. And while the eaglets is looking at the daddy eagle as he's hovering, they are fearful and afraid. They're listening to his squeal and can't understand why he stopped mid-air. But the daddy's trying to tell him something. I don't need you to hear my squeal. I don't need you to be afraid. I need for you to focus on what my wings is doing. Why? Because the eaglets don't realize something yet. They don't realize that the same thing daddy wings do, they wings can do. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Sometimes you got to have somebody in your life to show you. Woo! Man, I got to get out of here. You got to have somebody in your life to show you what your wings can do. Sometimes you need somebody to show you what your gift can do. Sometimes you need somebody to show you what your talent can do. Sometimes you need somebody to show you. Man, let me get up out of here. You got to have somebody that'll hover. You need somebody that'll come stand right in front of you and say, this is what it takes. This is what it look like. This is how it's done. And when they're looking at you crazy, that they can look back at you and say, everything I'm working with, guess what? You working with, had nobody told you yet. Woo, woo. Come on. So he comes It's called the demonstration stage. He's trying to get them to see that they was born with what he was born with. That their wings would lift them the same way his wings has lifted him. Y'all got it? Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Wings of faith. You can fly. You can fly. You better tell your son he was born to fly. You better raise your daughter and tell her she was born to fly. She's just as gifted. He's just as talented. Their minds are just as good. We got to tell our children, you can fly. You can fly. You can be anything you want to be. You can be as great as you want to be. In a hate-filled world, the hate of this world does not have the capacity to keep you landed. You know why? Because you was born with something that automatically, that's in your DNA. You was born with something that allows you to lift off at any given time once you realize first you can fly. You got it? So he's hovering. He's hovering. Demonstrative stage. We go from the demonstrative stage to what I call the development stage. Now, do I have enough time? Looking at my team. All right, got time? This point right here, most of y'all won't like. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like me right here. You're not going to like me right here. You're not going to like me, but you're going to understand what I'm saying. You ready? Because I'm getting ready to tell you something about you that you didn't realize what was going on. The development stage of the eagle is when he does this. Okay, let's put it on rewind. What does he do when he builds his nest? He goes to the highest place. What does he get to build his nest? He gets sticker briars, put that all around the outside. He gets sticks, line it all in there. He gets limbs, put that in there. Then he gets straw, okay? Then he gets hay, okay? Then he gets grass, okay? Then he gets what? Fur, okay? He done made the home comfortable. It's cushed, all right? When it gets ready to take you through the development stage, guess what the eagle does? One day he comes and take away all the fur. Couple more days he comes, he take away all the grass. Then he comes back a couple more days, take away all the straw. Y'all ain't following. Come on, lean in, night night. Then he comes and he takes away all the hay. All right? Then he comes and he takes away the sticks. He go to pull in the limbs. Well, guess what's left now? The briars. So now the eaglets is in the nest where they used to be comfortable at, that they become too comfortable at. And the mama eagle and the daddy eagle is trying to show the baby eagles they can fly. But as long as they're too comfortable, they won't leave the nest. So what they do is they take the fur, the grass, and the straw away. So now guess what? Now the baby eagles, every time they lean back to sleep, they're getting stuck by a sticker briar. They're getting stuck by a briar. They're getting stuck by a stick. Lean in, lean in. In the development stage has one major deal. It has one major agent, one major component. You ready? You ready? You leaning? You leaning? I feel you leaning. Do you know what he does? He specializes in the removal of. You'll know when God is trying to develop you when he starts removing stuff from you. Come on, come on, come on. When you stayed too long, when you've gotten too comfortable, God will start removing friendships. He'll remove relationships. He'll remove people. He'll remove stuff. He'll remove door prizes and things. You hear what I'm saying? He removes things so that you can become uncomfortable on that level so that you can then proceed to go to the level he's trying to get you to. But he knows as long as you're comfortable, you won't move. God been trying to get some of y'all to do something different for the longest, and you wouldn't. So he's made your life uncomfortable so you won't have a choice. Y'all got me? That's all he's doing. He ain't mad at you. He's not upset with you. He's just trying to get you to fly. He's trying to get you to see how much greatness is in you. And you've been putting it off and making excuses and putting it off. And God said, you know what you wanted? You wanted the easy way. You wanted the cush. You wanted the grass. You wanted the hay. You wanted the straw. He said, no, Because as long as you got that, you're going to have wings that you ain't never flapped. I don't need you to die with wings that have never flown. Ooh. If you're going to die with wings and you've never flown, then guess what? Then he should have never made you an eagle. Do you understand? Do you understand? All right, so watch this. Watch this. He goes in this development stage. He begins to move friendship, people's job, relationship, careers, whatever it might be. Then it becomes the discomfort stage. Let me get you out of here. It becomes a discomfort stage. In that discomfort stage, that's when you realize you're unhappy, you're not satisfied, you're not pleased, you don't have peace, your joy leaving you, your praise disturbed, you crying and you don't know why, your friends getting on your nerve, your family don't understand, people talking about you tripping, you ill, and you this, you that. And you really don't have a response because what's going on in your life is really going on the inside. And if they don't have spiritual masturation, they're not going to be able to understand why you are now so restless where you are. Come on. God sent me on this broadcast to be your best friend. He sent me here. He sent me here to give you some mental, spiritual therapy to tell you you are not crazy. You are not having a breakdown. God's just preparing you for something that you're not ready for right now. And he's trying to get you in a position to take off the way you're getting ready to go. You got it? So now, you're going to go from demonstration stage, development stage, to discomfort stage. All right? In that discomfort stage, let me say this, and I'll hit this other one and get you out of here. In that discomfort stage, you're going to start realizing and recognizing the ugliness of where you are. Now, when I say the ugliness, what I'm saying is that you're going to realize the things that are making you uncomfortable. You're going to realize the things that are making you uncomfortable. Okay? The things that are making you uncomfortable, you ready for this? I'm going to say it real soft and calm. The things that are making you uncomfortable have been there all the while. Do you know what finally gets on the eagle's nerve? The briars. Do you know the first thing they built that they put in the nest? The briars. Do you know what gets on the eagle's nerve? The sticks. Do you know the second thing they put in the nest? The sticks. Everything that's making the eagle uncomfortable has been in his nest all the while. He never paid attention to it because he was so comfortable. And sometimes when you get too comfortable, you don't pay attention to what could stick you. Lean in. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? That's been a good place right there, wouldn't it? To say what? Night, night. Sometimes you get too comfortable and you don't pay attention to what could hurt you. To what could hurt you. So watch this. Here we go. Go from demonstration stage, development stage, discomfort stage, to what I call the danger stage. In the danger stage, it's the stage when the eaglet is forced to reposition him or herself. To me, this is one of the most exciting stages to ever be in with God. But then I have that kind of water walking faith. Because in that stage, the eagle is forced to do something he's never had to do. You ready? I remember I talked about this one time. He's forced to get on the edge. My sisters and my brothers of the community of faith, you have not experienced God until you experience him on the edge. When nothing else will help, when nobody else can do it, when God puts you in a position that you either got to jump or stay there on your... Listen. He puts that eagle on the edge of that nest. He's looking out at what he's never done, at where he's never been, at what he's never accomplished. But the mama eagle and the daddy eagle is saying, that's where you're going though. You're going to where you've never been. You're going to do what you've never done. Come on, somebody. And that's what I like about God, is that when God wants us to do what we've never done, become what we have never became, he puts us on the edge. And he puts us on the edge knowing we're scared. Lean in. Because he knows your wings might fail, but his won't. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on. He knows your wings might fail, but his won't. You may not flap, but he will. Y'all got it? Let me get you out of here. So it's a dangerous stage. The reason I call it the dangerous stage is because so many people get on the edge and stop trying. They get on the edge and turn back. They get on the edge and quit. They get on the edge and give up. The edge is not where you give up at. The edge is where you decide to try. It's where you make up your mind. God, I'm finna go for it. I'm finna go for it. Here it is, my sisters and brothers. Nobody wants to be on the edge. That's why David said, he maketh me to lie, because sometimes God will make you. Okay? But it's because God is trying to do something for you that's greater and bigger than anything that you have any ideology of. Then there's the decision stage, which is when you have to decide to be or not to be. That's the stage where you have to decide, do I settle or do I soar? Let me get you out of here. Do I live or do I die? Do I fly or do I fall? Do I settle or do I soar? All right? Do I begin or do I break? Here it is. All right? At that time, that's when the mama eagle or the daddy eagle, known as the daddy, grabs them eaglets, goes up so many feet and drops them. He drops them and he watched them fall. And they're suspended in the air and they're coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. And they screaming and screaming and screaming. And right before they hit the ground, he comes in, whoosh, grab them talons, hook them up, take them right back up, set them in the nest. They in the nest shaking and shivering. He said, that's enough for today. That's enough for today. Can I tell y'all something real quick? Because I can hear some of these sisters in the spirit. Can I tell some of the sisters something real quick? Do I have enough time? Can I get 5 more minutes? Can I tell you something real quick? Do you know, have you ever noticed, oh, well, I'm sorry, you wouldn't know. Do you know that the mother eagle never intervenes when the father eagle drops them? Think about this. The mama eagle sitting there on the limb by the nest. The daddy eagle grabs the baby eaglets, throw them out the nest. The mama eagle sit right down the limb and don't say a word. She don't budge, she don't move. Come on, lean in. Lean in. I wasn't even gonna go out like this tonight, y'all. I wasn't even gonna go out on this, but the Holy Ghost got me right now. I got to give you this. Night. Do you know why the mama eagle, do you know why she don't move? She don't move, she don't flutter, she don't hover, she don't fly, she don't even look, she don't even worry about it. She don't even worry about it. You know how come? Because before the mama eagle ever became a mother, the father eagle had to court her. And the way God put eagles together, y'all ready? Night. I'm gonna say night before I tell you, is that the male eagle finds the female eagle that he really wants to be with. And then he goes through a demonstration stage, a display stage. What he does is he flies in front of her back and forth. Then he do tricks. He flies, he might turn. He might fly by one time upside down. Y'all know how he is. Come on now. Come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. He flexing himself. He's flexing his wings. And then guess what he does? He circles around her because he's checking her out. Lean in, night. He checking her out. Guess what he's trying to do? He's trying to decide in his mind how much she weighs. Y'all done missed it. Y'all missed it. He's checking her out because he want to find out how much she weighs. He's checking her out. Lean in, night. I'm getting excited. And then he goes to the mountain or he goes to the valley and he finds an object like a limb or something. He picks it up, flies right back to where she is, makes sure he got her attention. He goes up really high while she's standing at him, and then he drops the limb right in front of him. And that limb becomes twirling down, twirling. And right before it hits the ground, he swoops in and snatches the limb. Watch this. If he swoop in and snatch the limb and drop the limb, when he look up, she done flew on. Come on, why? Because a female eagle is never going to mate with a male eagle that can't carry her weight. I'm about to run out this window in here. She ain't going to get with nobody that can't carry her. Can y'all say it? So when the male eagle drops the baby eagle, the mama eagle never moves. Because the daddy eagle have already proven to the mama eagle he can handle it. Because if he can carry her, he can carry them. Night, 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 night. He swooped that eagle up, brings it back to the nest. Woo, y'all done work me tonight. And he do that a couple times. And then finally, he drops the eagle one day. And the eagle, out of nowhere, starts to soar. And as he flies, he looks back at mama. And mama seeing him fly away. I can hear him say, I believe. I was born. I was born to fly. I was born to fly. And guess what? Once he fly the first day, he won't even be still. Because he's so excited because now he knows who he is. He knows what he can do. He knows what he got. My sisters and brothers, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, I pray that there is an awakening that proliferates in your life. That there is a eureka moment that comes in your life when you will wake up in the Spirit of God and realize who you are, whom you are, who you belong to, what he got in you, and what you can do. And when that day comes, the nest will become too comfortable, and the sky will become your place. The sky will become the place that you realize that there is no limits. Everybody lean in. Night, night. Say, Bishop, I was born to fly. I was born to fly. I was born to fly. If you got to fly by yourself, fly. If you got to fly alone, fly. If they're going to talk about you, fly. It don't matter. Just fly, fly, fly. And that's why I love the eagle. Well, I'm tired. I'm tired. Hey, happy Father's Day. Early, happy Father's Day to all the fathers watching, listening, all around the world. Happy Father's Day. If you like to give, we encourage you to give. I'm giving you my best. I'm giving you all I got. I would love for you to be a blessing to our ministry somehow. Be it small or large, doesn't matter. If it's $20 or $2,000, we welcome whatever your gifting might be. You can go to WOLFATL.com and click on donate and give. If you'd like to be a blessing to me, there's I believe there's something on there that allows you to be able to give to Pastor. You can also download Givelify and search for Wings of Faith Worldwide Ministries and bless us that way. You can send your checks, make your checks out to Wings of Faith, P.O. Box 425, Conley, Georgia, 30288, and be a blessing that way. Let me give these announcements. I'm going to come on tomorrow around 12:15. Give you. I really don't know. I'm gonna get quiet later on tonight or early in the morning. I may come on and do a prayer. I may come on and do a quick. Make sure that we're all caught up on what's going on in the city and going on in our nation. So we'll see. But as of right now, I'm going to come on tomorrow and do a short word of prayer for everyone at the 12:15 hour. If you like for me to have your prayer request, you can email your prayer request to info, that's INFO. You can you can email your prayer request. Email us at info@wingsoffaithatl. Let me say it how it's supposed to be. To info@WOLFATL.com. info@WOLFATL.com. All right. Want to send another great congratulations out to all of our 2020 graduates. And we are finalizing our list because we wanted to recognize all our graduates. And on the 4th Sunday in June, when we do praise in the parking lot, we're asking all our graduates to come to service that morning. We're going to bring them up on stage. We're going to have all the car horns to blow. We're going to we're just going to make it an awesome celebration of appreciation to show you how proud we are of you and your accomplishments. I believe we have most of all our graduates' names in. But just in case we've missed one or two, if you can please reach our team at church, reach Ms. Schofield and them at church on tomorrow, because they're going to be finalizing everything. We need to have everything ready going into this weekend because we're getting some things printed. So if you want to make sure your child name is on this list, if you can please call the church on tomorrow, or you can email us again at info@WOLFATL.com. Email us their name and everything, and our team will reach out to you. Our administrative staff will reach out to you. Again, fourth Sunday, praise in the park. Praise in the parking lot. I'm sorry. Praise in the parking lot. And we're just asking everybody to come masked. You can come as comfortable as you want to be. You can come in shorts. You can come in jeans. You can come in flip-flops. You can come in sundresses. You can come as if you're going to the park. It's no problem. All right? I'm going to get you in. We're going to start around 9 o'clock that morning. We're going to be done at 11. I'm going to get you out before the sun get bad. All right? It's going to be a beautiful day, we believe. But I want to get you out before the heat becomes a factor. We got the stage and everything situated. We bring in a big sound crew. It's gonna be awesome. Praise team will be there with me on that Sunday and showing out. I already know Kenya, Marlo, them, Eric, and everybody. So, hey, you all praise team, get ready. You all can be as comfortable as you all want to be. I just want your giftings, your talent, your anointings in the place. And I hope I can see as many faces and many members of Wings of Faith. Old, young, new, past, future, present. I want to see everybody there, and we're going to have a wonderful time. Let me give a shout out, someone very special to me, Miss Keisha and to Cyrus, who I did their big wedding on Saturday, the Waltons. I want to send favor out to you and congratulations, and may all your tomorrows be greater than all of your yesterdays. Well, I'm through. I'm tired. Me and the Eagles have got out of work tonight. So, nothing else to say now, but be good to God. And He'll always be good to you. Love you much. See you soon. Take care. Amen.